Alright everyone, welcome to another RFC Reviews. I'm your host iCast, and today we have Fans Toys Roadking, which is their FT-31A, Fans Toys 2019. On the front you get some artwork here. Get Roadking on the side, Roadking on the top, Roadking on the side, and some product shots on the back, along with a brief bio that you can read if you want to. There it is. Again, it's funny how it looks like those are test shot photos of Roadking on here, which is funny. But yeah, let's go ahead, and I also want to go over the inside because it is a little different than what we normally see with Fans Toys. They've gone from 2 styrofoam pieces to 1 styrofoam piece with a plastic top piece that is taped down. And here you have the optional head in the packaging, the screaming head for Roadking. But yeah, there's the packaging update. I guess that's the new Fans Toys packaging. Helps keep it in a little bit of a smaller box, which I'm okay with. Smaller box, less shipping, definitely a good thing. I wish all companies would try and, you know, minimize their packaging, but still keep it sturdy like Fans Toys does. And, of course, you get your instructions, which are a little hard to understand at some point, at some parts, but not terrible. The way they go about the transformation, though, I did it the first time through the book, and it was very difficult. There are better ways to go through the transformation on this, from what I've seen. And then there is a collector's card, as always, as long as I get the dog hairs off. Here you have FT-31A Roadking, his nice collector's card, and on the back you get that same bio right there, and also those same product shots, which is not what he actually looks like now that he is in color, and your tech specs. So let's go ahead, and first off, I will be upfront with you, I'm breaking one of my own rules, which my rule is I'm going to review it whichever way it comes out of the package. This came out of package in robot mode, but I really don't want to transform this thing again into its vehicle mode. It's a tabtastic, I guess you could say. And the thinnest part, which is right back here on the back of the trailer, you can see those little pieces right there. And they actually have stress marks on them because I went to push in and they just pushed right through, kinda. So there's that. But there's a lot of tabs on this beast. This is just like so many tabs. You can see here's the top shot of it. Squeeze that together a little bit. There's a little bit of a gap up top of the cab right there. But as you can see, that's the top. You got the sides here. They did leave a nice little square right there that you could put a Decepticon logo on if you want. And then you got the front of the cab and the side. And then the bottom, there is some weapons storage if you want to store weapons. There is his gun. Come on. Come on. Get out. There we go. I had that plugged all the way in, so I just had to work it free. There is his gun. It's all purple. It's probably black plastic painted purple. I would assume it's definitely a paint on it. But yeah, no moving parts, no other details on it, but I'm sure it's accurate to his gun. And then here is the sword. And you get some nice silver paint on the blade there. And it's that same peg system into the hand. that they've been using. So those are the two weapons. Get those off to the side, and then you can see underneath the cab there's a lot of gap going on, a lot of gappage, and you can see right here I am having a problem trying to get this to stay together. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong. I went through the instructions a couple times. I can't seem to figure that out. And again, you can see how it kind of turns. It doesn't rotate all the way. Those pieces just slide forward and back. I mean, you can slide that forward if you want a little bit, depending on how big of a gap you want between the cab and the actual trailer itself. So you can have a gap like that, or you can have a gap like that. It's totally up to you. Your choice. And let's do some quick size comparisons. Here he is with Masterpiece Hot Rod, just to get a size comparison on them. Actually, Masterpiece Hot Rod is one of the only ones I actually have transformed in vehicle mode. My Prime trailer is buried, but I'm sure a lot of you have seen the pictures of that, where Prime is about the same size, maybe a little bit taller. But let's go ahead and just take a look at a couple things here. The cab is really detailed, really nice. You got these panels that flip around, which will show off in robot mode. Some of the people have been putting these smokestacks off to the side. I'm not sure what's right. I think they're supposed to be on the side just for transformation. It kind of gets them out of the way, and then you can flip them to the back, just like that. And then they kind of stick out on the back, as opposed to being on the side like that. I mean, I guess it's personal preference, or, you know, whatever the show model is. There is this piece here, which I actually thought was cool, because when I had it on the couch, instead of it being straight, you know, it kind of hugged the couch if you're not laying it on a flat surface, which was pretty cool. Again, you get nice details up here. You have clear red pieces up here for the lights up front. You get the horn pieces up here. A nice metal chrome grille up on the front there. On the side, get all these nice details. You can see some rivets on there. Really good looking cab. Even on the back of the cab has some detailing that you can see there. And then on the back, you got the rear bumper section, these red translucent tail lights there. He's very solid, and he rolls excellent. Once you get this transformed into this, I mean, he is just a solid piece. Not really a fun transformation, but definitely a quality piece. Like Fans Toys normally gives us, like I said, that kind of stinks. I kind of stretched those, but that's probably the thinnest parts of these tabs right there. And you can see I kind of boogered them up, but I think some people say if you put a hairdryer on them, those white marks might come out. Leave me a comment below if you think that'll work. I might actually try that, just because everything else on this figure is fine. It was just that one part, and honestly I'll probably just keep it in robot mode anyway. That being said, every panel, hole, tab, slot has been used for either robot or vehicle mode. If you would tell me that this is a standalone piece and that it wouldn't combine with anything, I would totally believe you, because there is no signs at all that this is a combiner. I mean, other than, I know it is because it's MotorMaster, but other than that, there's really no way to tell that this is combiner. No combiner ports, no nothing. So obviously there's going to be some parts forming going on. So anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and get this thing transformed. First thing I would do is I would work from this middle section right here. You can kind of untab this whole piece, and we'll just flip that back. That shows off some of the inner panels here. You can see this is part of the hip skirt. There's 2 tabs that go in right there. So we'll spin this around to the other side. We'll do the same thing. Unplug this and just kind of fling this back just like that. There's a little filler panel right there that you can flip up right now. You're going to see this one is going to flip the other way. So obviously we can't do that one yet, so we'll just leave that alone. And then I would come up to the top here, flip out these top 2 panels and bring them around, and what they do is they slide right in. Or no they don't. We're just going to leave those up like that for now. And then on this side I'll slide that little filler piece up, and then on these arms we can flip these pieces down for now on the front. And then come up to the back here, lift that up, that way we can flip down the back of the truck, and we'll just disconnect these guys. These are on these over-under hinges. That kind of pulls these away. Flip those other arm piece sections down, and then we'll come up to the side here. These will kind of pull back. You can see the 2 tabs right there that tab in. And it's hard to zoom in on this just because, or pull this closer to the camera, just because you kind of need 2 hands and it to be on something to try and transform, because you'll see once you get this started, man, this thing just falls apart like crazy. But do that on the same side. Flip that small panel in right there, and we can just start collapsing these panels as much as you want. Just like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Flip these around. And we might have to fix these panels a little bit, but at least we're getting them out of the way for now to do this transformation. And there you go. There you have pretty much the top part done. We can go ahead and raise these arms up, and they're going to untab just like that. And then we'll come up to the front section here, lift these pieces up, flip them down, and then we can extend the legs. And when you put these down, you just want to make sure they're on a double hinge, but you want to make sure you only use this first hinge, or the hinge up here, as opposed to this hinge when you're folding it up for transformation into vehicle mode. So now we'll just get that off to the side. We can actually rotate this up, bring these around. They'll clip down, and then you'll rotate these. Basically, they're just fake wheels. Flip that around, flip those in, and then we can start. You can see the inner workings of this system right here. You can just start splitting everything. And there's one thing I forgot. There's a little piece right here that you have to lift up, slide out just like that. It's one of the connections that helps hold this all together. We'll just split all that. Come on. This did tab together very tightly. So there we go. And now on here, just want to disconnect this bottom panel, and that'll pull down just a little bit. Now you see this will all kind of flop out. This chrome piece right here, you can just flip in and down. It will kind of rest right there. This piece right here, you can flip up like that. And then there is a piece right here that you can just unclip like that. That's kind of like a little stabilizer. And then we'll do that on this other side. You can see it's mostly coming apart on its own. Flip that piece up. These are all separated, so these legs are now individual pieces. And now we just have to work on the legs, getting this cab basically into this front leg section. So what we're going to do is rotate out the smokestack, take this panel, flip that in, and that's basically just like a filler panel. And then this is going to untab right here. And this kind of gives the cab some extra support. And you want to get this on a 90-degree angle. That way you can flip this piece in. And then when you transform this back into vehicle mode, you just want to push that out and bring that out like that. And doing it at this angle, you'll actually avoid hitting the tires, because if you straighten this out, the tires are in the way and you can't get this out. So anyway, then we're going to rotate this in, and you kind of want to do this so that the wheels go in first, and then this rotates in, and that gives you the clearance you need to get in there. And we're going to disconnect the front, which is tabbed in very securely. There we go. That was scary. Thank God nothing broke. We'll flip this down, flip that out. That kind of acts as his heel. You can rotate this little panel in here while you have access. I'll bring up like a faux light, I guess. And then come over to the outside here. We're gonna flip this out. And then this wheel, I believe, comes in. Come on, come in. There we go. And then this panel, which is the door panel, will flip around, and it's another faux wheel. And then this can flip up. And this will come down like this. And that's basically the foot. And then we got to get this section, collapse that, rotate the smokestack back in so it's out of the way. And then we'll take this whole section. Oh, forgot to unpeg this piece. Come on. Again, these can be a little tight. Come on. Get out. Just spudger might always help. Come on, get out of there. They are pretty secure, as you can see. Come on. There we go. Whew. And then this all just sits up right in the leg. There we go. And then this panel right here will come up and over and lock into place, or lock and tab into multiple places. And the only thing I forgot to do is flip this panel in. And that is one thing also, this panel is actually pretty hard to get untabbed. Yeah, get that all in there, and then just flip that down like that, and there you have one leg all done. So now we'll come over to the second leg. Hopefully this will be a little bit smoother. Flip in this panel right here on the back. And you want to extend the foot out like that. At the same time, get this untabbed like that. And we're just going to flip this all the way around. That way we can get the wheel in there. You can rotate out this little tiny faux headlight. Flip that around. Extend the foot piece, go to this, go over to the other side, flip that door around, get that tire lined up, close that up. That's basically, we'll just leave that down for now, and we're going to rotate in get that little gray tab out of the way, and this will rotate in and up, and then get this piece out. You want this to come in and get the smokestack out of the way, which I forgot again. But rotate that piece all in. Make sure this foot's out of the way. Kind of have to lift it up over the cab. And now we can take this finish panel and just close that up. Tabs in nice and secure. Multiple pieces And then once that's all tabbed in, and you can just flip that piece down like that, and that allows for your hood gap, or your heel gap, hood gap. And then we can straighten up the legs. And you have to pull out at that lower joint and to get those legs straightened up. And then you can tilt the feet if you want. Get him straightened up. And there you have the feet. So let's go ahead and, oops, forgot to rotate this wheel down. Just like that. And let's go ahead and raise up the camera. Just get a little room on this. And then these arms, you can swing these around. You want to make sure these are pulled out just to give you enough clearance room. And they'll swing all the way around, and then you can straighten the arms out and collapse these in just like that, as much as you want. But if you unhook them, that'll give you the butterfly joint. You can pull the arms down, extend those out, open these panels up, and flip out the fists. Just like that. Flip out the fist. You can put these crotch pieces or skirts down. I wonder if that piece folds down. No. It looks like it. Oh yeah, it does. Whoa! Whoa! That may be for transformation for robot mode, or for combiner mode, because I don't think I used that at all during transformation. So that does unhinge there if you need it to. Probably, again, like that's probably the only indication that this thing is a combiner. So now that we got that, we have to work on this backpack piece. And what you want to do is you want to take these wheels, and they will pop off of the floor. And then they will, what will they do? Oh, there we go. These will just pop off. You can fold these in just like that. That way these pieces are touching. The bumpers will fold around, and these little clips, you just want to kind of get out of the way enough to clear the bumpers, or the bumper that just split. And then there is this double hinge right up top here, which is very tricky because you basically want it out like that for robot mode. It was very hard. I did put some stress marks also on top of these panels because I couldn't get this out. But the way to kind of do it is to rotate it under and in, just like that. And now you can put these wheels just go into the chest cavity, or his back actually. And then these panels all fold up just like that, tab into each other, and then we're going to rotate them around. And they'll spin around. And these pieces come inside here. They just help kind of clip it in. Probably not needed at all, but they're there. And then these pieces come down, and they just kind of clip into the top there to hold these panels from accordioning out. And then basically all we have to do is flip out the bottom of the chest, rotate that or close that up, and then rotate the head around. And if you go one way, it's almost like it's on a screw, and if you go one way, it'll actually stop turning. You just want to turn the other way to get his head around. And there you have Roadking in his robot mode, and I think this just looks absolutely excellent. I love the robot mode. The truck mode's nice. It's frustrating getting there, but this is just really, really nice. You have all those fake wheels, which is probably just due to animation. You kind of see how this all kind of collapses up. You still get the headlights there, which I believe is animation accurate. You get nice clear purple plastic here. Nice face sculpt right there. And then arms are a single joint, but give you more than 90 degrees. And there's all this, whoa, camera's too high. Single joint, which gives you more than 90 degrees, and you get all this detailing inside there on the elbow, which is pretty nice. The arm does not lock, but it does pull down. So that's like a minor nitpick, but have a rotation right there. You get your typical Fans Toys hands right there, which looks really nice. You can get the sword to tab in to his hand, just like that. Wrap that hand around it. Get some nice rotation at the wrist. We'll do the same with the gun. Even has a trigger right there for all the pew pew bang bang action you want to do. You can see how the backpack cleans up on his back. It's really not bad. Not bad at all, especially for what it becomes. It's amazing that this thing actually becomes a full-size truck. Yeah, I don't like some of the panels, like those panels on the back could have been a little bit thicker to help prevent against what I did. But that just maybe, I didn't watch a video. I tried to go through the instructions. I was one of the first people, I think, to have it in hand, so I was trying my best to do it with the little information that I had, and sometimes that just happens. So if you want to, you can take this headpiece off right there, and I think that is also how you get the face off, I believe. Let's see. There you go. Got the top piece off, and then this face should just pull out, I think. I don't think it's screwed in. Well, it does look like there's a screw hole in the back. Oh, there we go. There you have Menasor without a face, or Roadking. Then we'll just pop on his screaming face, or yelling face, whatever you decide to call it, and then rebuild his head. We shall make him bigger and stronger. There we go. Put that on, put that on. There you go, and there you have Screaming Face, if you like that look. And we were doing articulation. The arms can do a full 360. They can go out that much on a nice ratchet. You do have that butterfly if you need it, which is due to transformation, but we'll take it. I'm not gonna fight it. You do get a waist rotation, which is a little bit hindered by the backpack, but I think that's plenty. Legs, get these up. Legs can go out that far. They can go back that far. And they can go forward all the way. And I am happy to see, even though the legs are super, super heavy, like there's a lot of weight in here that the ratchets are holding. So that's really nice. And you do get that double jointed knee, although that's pretty much due to transformation. You get a rotation right below the knee, and you do get ankle tilt and a little bit of a forward rocker. Nothing really back, just due to this. But you do get a nice amount of tiltage. And then you do want to make sure that this is clearing this piece right here. That's also in the instructions as like a warning, just to make sure you're doing that. Let's go ahead and do a size comparison. Here he is with Masterpiece Megatron. And here he is with X-Transbots. Was it Wild Rider? I forget their names, but let me get one more. And here he is with DX9's Breakdown, which I think is going to be more of the scale that the limbs for Fans Toys Menace are going to be. So that gives you a good comparison right there. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Make sure to follow me, like me, all that stuff. Share the video wherever you want. I really appreciate you guys checking out. Again, thumbs up if you like the video. Please feel free to leave any comments in the description down below, or down below in the comments section. And follow me on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast and on Twitter at Diecast2. I actually just hit over 2,000 followers on Twitter. So thank you everyone who shared my account on Twitter. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.